Alright, welcome back everyone to this next devlog. I forgot what number it is. So this week, few minor to major to me changes. First of all, I happen to have lost all of my previous progress because of a weird bug that happened. So it was all done, and then I started the game up one day, and then, well, the UI now looks like absolute garbage. As long as you guys knew what the UI looked like earlier, but trust me when I say it looks a lot better than this. So UI looks a lot better than this, but as you can see, we now have 3 save slots, and you can delete save slot. So yeah, this week is pretty much a save load system. A few updates on the map here, so I can do a lot of testing here. So I'll do some playing while I talk about all my code, I guess. So as I said before, quite simple changes. Most of what I've done was on the save system, which took a while. So quite simply now, you can now save your progress, I guess, and the actual way how it saves is, I guess, the quote-unquote Godot way of saving things, I guess. I don't know. I read most of the documentation and had to come up with some of it myself because, well, I have a very different type of saving system. Alright, so the camera is now different. You can, that blue rectangle there was a scene transition, so now we transition into the next scene. The camera is still very wonky, but that's okay. Well, I'll worry about the camera later. So anyway, so these here are the save points. You cannot tell whether they're save points or not because I can be bothered. So when you whack the save point with your sword, which is any time that your sword in contact with it, then now if you quit and you come back in again, then you can see there's now also save, and now we also spawn right here next to this guy. Alright, quite simple how we did it all. The player and everything else that needs saving is added to its own separate group. If we go into node, groups, you can see it's all added to a save group. So all that really happens here is we have a global script called save manager, if I can find it, save system. Here we go. And all this does is that we have a save folder in the user directory, and when we when we save the game, all we're going to do is we're going to look to see if the current slot was given. If it's we're going to look to see if the current slot is out of index, and then we get this fun stuff. You can open up the file and we get the file contents, even though this is actually never used. Alright, so this here starts the save info. So every save data has its own ID. This is a must, otherwise it will not work as intended. And then this from here on out is all the data here. So for my playtime, this is pretty much all the information. So this will sort like playtime, what area you're currently in, where you saved, like maximum health, that type of stuff. Will get put into the ID save info, and then saves it, converts it to a JSON file, saves it to a line. And then pretty much what happens here is that we get every in our tree here, we're gonna get every single sprite node that is in the group save, and then if it doesn't have a method save, then we're gonna print error since it should have a method save. This should actually be print error. We don't actually need this anymore because I'm pretty sure we've already done this, but yep, so we can just remove this to-do, hooray. Alright, and then we're just going to get the save data by calling the save function, and then if the ID doesn't exist in the save data, then we're just going to return an error, and then we're going to use the node name instead, because, well, the ID doesn't exist, then you have to save it with an ID, and then if ID is a player, and we are not setting the save player position, then we're just going to set the player position to whatever it was earlier. Alright, and here is all the random other stuff, like your bosses, your conversations, blah 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 blah, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. And then when you get an item, here in the load item function, here you load item, what we pass in is we pass in an ID, and then we go into our file, we search through all of them, check to see if it has an ID. If it does, we're going to return whichever item's on currently. Otherwise, we just print out a warning and return an empty dictionary. Alright, I also added the system for actually changing scenes, which is that's not it, which is here. Well, this is again quite simple. We just change scenes. It also has a setting to change it to either a pack scene, which is a reference to your scene, or a scene path. Which all the scene path does is it just grabs whichever scene it is, and then it uses calls change scene onto there. So what we have when we do this is pretty much just what we have here. When you click on this button, then we teleport it over here. So this is obviously not a tutorial on how you can make a save system. If you want that, go elsewhere. But there is a tutorial on how you can make a custom print system. So this is no longer devlog. But yeah, this is my custom print system. You can print an error, which prints a custom error, like a custom error type text. There's print warning, which doesn't usually exist. We've got print information. We have print debug. We have add tag, add color, and just a generic print statement, which you can add in an entire array of everything that you want to have special image printers as rich text. If you want this code by any chance, this can be easily expanded, quite easily. Just go into the description. I'll hopefully leave a link to this code. But yeah, that's pretty much all the changes that I made. I know it's quite short because it was just a save system, which isn't much to look at. I will not be making a devlog next week because I have a statistics assignment this week. So I'll be very busy, but I will see if I can get out a tutorial on how to make finite state machines in Godot. So with that, this is our devlog for this week. Also, like and subscribe if you like this video. Yes, please definitely do that. If we somehow get to 50 subscribers and I have a working playable version of the game, I will release a demo for this game, and that anyone can play. 50 subscribers, and when I have an actual playable game sometime. Alright, have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next devlog or video.